Anybody that would like me to go through real quick on how this mill operates? Real quick?
Me.
Okay, good.
Me
All right.
too.
See, why the whole object of the stamp mill is to make little rocks out of big rocks, right? We want to get it down to 40 mesh, which is really fine. So we're starting out with rocks 2 inches plus, crushing it down to 40 mils. That screen right there is a little bit larger than 40 mils, but we're not that concerned about it. Okay, up on top there is where they put the big rocks. They crush them down, 2 inch minus. There's a grizzly inside that building, which is a device that separates the large pieces from the small. We only want the small pieces to come through. It goes to a hopper. The back, you can't see it back here, it's not all assembled yet. It goes to a hopper and a feeder device. That feeder device maintains the level in the box. A little bit complicated, we'll just say it maintains the level in the box so that the miners don't have to keep on feeding it. Because if you run all the material there, you get metal on metal, the mill will destroy itself. You don't want to do that. You want to keep material on there. Okay, it comes through, crushes out. In the olden times, they had copper plates with mercury on them. The mercury, the gold coming out would stick to the mercury. When the plates got covered, they'd go ahead and scrape it off, put it into a retort, which is a device to boil the mercury off, sublime it off, recollect the mercury, put it back on the plates, and melt the gold down into ingots. So that's basically how they did it. We're not going to use any mercury here because it's environmentally unfriendly. So we're just going to use the mechanical method. As a matter of fact, California gold is pretty much millable down and mechanically separated. So it's really a good thing because you don't have to use cyanide to get most of the gold out. They might do it later on to get some of the rest of it out, but initially it's a lot of free milling gold, which is a good thing. Colorado, as opposed to that, they have to use chemicals because all their gold is locked into it chemically. They got to crush theirs down and put it in a cyanide tank and remove it with cyanide, so we don't have to do that here. That's a good thing. Okay, that's basically it. We're running water through here. The water is the force that brings the material when it gets small enough over the plates and into the collection trough here. That mill, the wheel operates at about 50 to 60 RPM. Those stamps weigh 1,000 pounds apiece, those vertical devices. They lift it up about 3 inches and bring them down and crush the ore. When it's small enough, it comes out here. For those that can see it, these are called shoes. They're on the bottom. There's a wear device that wears off from crushing the ore. Are held on nothing but wooden shims is all that holds those on there. They're not bolted on, and this course fit with a wooden shim. And that's a whole other process in itself. This device here is the original key that was used by Mr. Stotts to operate the mill. It's got a couple miles on it. We saved that for conversation. We got a new one to show them the new improved ones. Where's the new ones up there? But these are neat though, really interesting. This right here is called a die. This you can't see, but it's in the bottom of the box. The stamp crushes on a die. You got two metal things that crush that ore down. This right here is called a tappet. You can see that up there, right on top. This is held on the shaft. It isn't bolted on, it isn't pinned on. It's held on by this half-moon shaped device here. It's inside of here. Put a drift pin through here, pushes up against the shaft, and holds it on the shaft. That's the only thing that holds that tappet on the shaft. There are no bolted items on the stamp themselves. This is Hugh, our millman. He's qualified as a millman because he has no fear to operate that stamp. And he shows it, right, Bill? Or Hugh?
Yeah. No common sense.
Right, well, that's part of it. That doesn't say it. But we give out a certificate once you certify as a millman. Of course, there's a lot more involved than that, though.
We've had this machine for about 12 years. It came out of the hills on the other side of that flat top mountain over there. So it's taken us basically 12 years to do it. And this is just practice. We have a 10-stamp mill down here, and now the guys know how to do it. They're going to put up the 10-stamp mill. And we're looking for a few more volunteers to help them. And I want to recognize there's really two aspects to what happened here. We went up there, made an engineering drawing. I did most of that myself with a little help with it. Nobody's gonna throw it ahead yet. Of the thing, marked all the pieces, took the pieces apart, and brought them down here, and now it's been put back together. And so a bunch of the people who did that 12 years ago, I guess 12 years, they did that wrong. Anyway, a bunch of them are here. Why don't you all stand up? They brought it down here. Everybody's worked on it. They'll show up in the Mojave Road report. And then, so, it's all urine.
Okay. Everybody ready? We're ready. Okay, go for it.
It's done!
All right, you got the idea.